What is up, you guys? It's me, Gabriel Young, the Thomas and Friends fan here, and welcome to back to another Family Memory Live. And this time, this is my 19th birthday party, and I have two special guests here. Please welcome Isaiah and Marshall.
Sup? Sup, YouTube?
All right, and be sure to grab some snacks, you guys, and enjoy the Memory Live. Y'all know the drill. All right, you guys. So here we go to our first movie, which is Gordon the Grand. And as you all know, this is a tie to the episode Excellent Emily, but there are some minor changes. So, and we're gonna have to find out what this movie's all about. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and let this movie begin. So all aboard the movie train. All right. Let's get chugging, y'all. Let's go.
Turn on it.
I like that font.
Yeah.
Why does it make me think it's Harry Potter?
It was a gray and cloudy day on the Caribbean coast. There had been a big storm
Alexa,
last
stop.
night. Trees were down and fences had been blown over. Hank and Molly had been clearing fallen trees since the crack of dawn. Murdoch was helping Harvey remove a landslide. And George and Trevor were on their way to go clear Henry's tunnel. One morning, Gordon puffed into the docks with a train of ice cream for the workmen. It was a very hot day, and they needed some refreshing coolant.
Well done, Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
You are the only engine to arrive on
Hey!
time. You are Gordon the Grand.
Hey!
Gordon's heart flashed.
I know him.
Golden the ground. I like that.
He said as he grinned.
Bertie the bus is returning some vacationers who are coming home from a big vacation. And he has to go through Bulgy's Bridge, which is the quickest way he can get them home. Bulgy's Bridge is blocked by fallen trees and rocks. And the tunnel needs to be cleared. So I want you to go to Ellsbridge Station to pick up Elizabeth so she can go help the pack clear up all the fallen debris out of the tunnels so that Bertie can get through.
Golden the grand can do it.
Gordon puffed proudly. That's one
Just
of my fans. Emily puffed into the docks with a passenger train.
I'm going to Ellsbridge too. Lots of lines are flooded. Take the Texas track.
But Gordon didn't want to take the long way round.
I'm not going on that track. It's much quicker to go through the forest. I'm Golden the ground. I can make it through.
Gordon sniffed. And Gordon quickly puffed out of the docks and was on his way to Ellsbridge. Gordon was speeding through the forest as fast as his wheels could carry him. Soon he was up to his axles in mud.
Nothing will stop me. Golden the ground will find a way through.
So Gordon chuffed on through the muddy water. It was very hard work. At last, Gordon chuffed out of the flood, but now he was late. As Gordon chuffed round the bend while he was making his way to Ellsbridge, he passed Arthur, who was waiting in a siding. Arthur was waiting to puff onto the main line.
There's a fallen tree. It's blocking the tracks.
That's
Harvey's coming to clear
Oh, yeah,
it.
that's me,
I'm
that's
Golden
me.
That
the
you?
ground.
Yeah.
I don't need
Sure is.
Harvey to clear the tracks for me.
And Gordon puffed proudly away.
I'm enjoying this a lot.
Gordon soon arrived at his hill where the fallen tree awaited him.
I'll easily push this out of my way.
Gordon said. So Gordon pushed as hard as he could, but the tree was very heavy. Gordon had to push it up the hill, and he was getting later and later. Pushing the tree up the hill was hard work. When Gordon finally made it to the top of the hill, the tree rolled away, and he sped down the other side. Gordon knew he had to make up for lost time.
Go Golden.
Later, Gordon puffed by Diesel, who was waiting in a siding.
Elizabeth is waiting for you.
Diesel rumbled.
Don't worry. I'll be there soon.
Some of the tracks ahead are very muddy. If you get stuck in the mud, it's going to take even
Another
longer.
one of my fans.
I'm Gordon the Grand, and I know which tracks to choose.
And Gordon fired his furnace and steamed off once more. Gordon thundered through the forest. He had to make up for lost time. Elizabeth was probably worried about him.
I'm nearly there.
Gordon moved with determination. But then there was trouble. Gordon was so focused on the rails that he didn't watch where he was going and splashed into a big puddle of mud.
I'll puff through this.
Gordon thought. But then there was trouble. The track started to sink. Gordon was stuck. He didn't feel like Gordon the Grand anymore.
Oops.
Oh no. Now I'll never get Elizabeth over to Bulgy's Bridge.
He said sadly. Then further up ahead, Gordon
Just
looked
like
over
Emily
and he
warned
saw
him.
Emily waiting over by the broken track.
Emily's already there.
Gordon said,
I should have listened to Emily. I should have taken the Timoth track.
Now Gordon needed his friend's help. He blew his whistle as loudly as he could.
I'm very sorry, Emily. You were right. Please, will you help me get out of the mud?
Oh, dear Gordon. Of course I will, sweetie. Hang in there.
Soon Emily was
That's my
chained
voice
up to
edited.
Gordon.
Oh.
She puffed and chugged and puffed with all her might. At last, Emily
How did he
pulled
come out
Gordon
clean?
to safety.
It's water.
Gordon was happy to be out of the mud.
Thank you so much, Emily.
You're welcome, Gordon.
Soon the chains were untied from Gordon, but as he tried to chuff away, there was a splutter.
What's happening?
The muddy water has put out my firebox. Now I can't go anywhere.
Emily gave Gordon some of her coal, and soon Gordon's fire was burning brightly, and he was now warm as toast.
With my dry coal, Gordon, your boiler will soon be bubbling.
Emily said sweetly.
Thanks, Emily. I feel much better now.
Gordon soon arrived at Elsbridge Yard where Elizabeth was waiting for him.
Hello, Gordon.
Elizabeth chimed.
Hello,
Another one of
Elizabeth.
my
Gordon
fans.
said in return. But before Gordon could pump his pistons into action, he stopped to ask Emily for help.
Emily, which tracks would you take to Bulgy's Bridge? The tracks over by Henry's Tunnel are still being cleared.
I would take the Farquhar track. It's the easiest way you can get to Bulgy's Bridge.
Thank you, Emily.
Gordon said, and he was on his way to Bulgy's Bridge. Gordon was puffing along the track when Edward passed by.
Be careful, Gordon. There's a fallen rock on the track, and Harvey is going to clear it.
Gordon remembered what Arthur told him last time, and as if on cue, he arrived at the fallen boulder.
I'd better wait for Harvey.
Gordon said to himself. Before long, Harvey soon arrived and he lifted the fallen boulder off of the track.
Thank you, Harvey.
Gordon said,
It's my pleasure to be happy and help out and be a really useful
Another one of my friends.
and a good friend.
Harvey said as Gordon puffed away.
Emily was right.
Gordon said as he puffed along the track. He had realized that taking the long way was the safest after all. Gordon, stop! Don't go down that track. It's muddy, said Mighty. And you could get stuck, said Mac. Gordon then remembered what Diesel had told him about muddy tracks.
I don't want to get stuck again.
Gordon thought to himself.
I'll take the longer track.
So Gordon took the long way round. Miss Jenny's construction vehicles were waiting over at Bulgy's Bridge when Gordon puffed in. He was the dirtiest, grimiest engine anyone had ever seen. Gordon felt embarrassed and worried that Miss Jenny's vehicles would laugh at him. But they didn't. They were happy to see him. Hooray for Gordon, cheered Alfie. He's the hero of Sodor, Jack chimed in. Before long, the tunnel to Bulgy's Bridge was finally clear. All loaded up and ready to go, Elizabeth, said Jack. Thanks for helping us out,
My pleasure, Jack.
Elizabeth said after she drove away in just the time when Bertie drove through the tunnel unharmed. Later, Miss Jenny praised Gordon.
Well done, Gordon. Got a really useful engine.
Oh, that's because everyone helped me.
Gordon said.
I didn't know if I could make it, but it was thanks to Emily. She and everyone else, including me, are the grandest engines on the whole of Sodor.
You're not wrong, Gordon, but you're one of those engines everyone admires on Sodor.
Miss Jenny said.
I couldn't agree more, Miss Jenny.
Gordon said.
But I could definitely use a washdown.
Thanks.
Awesome, Gabriel.
Thank you. Thanks for the voice, Isaiah.
Nope, no problem, Gabriel.
How many different voice actors?
I don't know.
Alright, is that it?
Hold on, real quick, everyone. Hold on. Defender, Whitey, and Thomas Fan 2003, if you're watching this, and Joshua, and Isaiah is already watching this. So thank you guys for voicing my engines and all that. Well, you guys met Isaac. Thank you for voicing my engines. Can we all give them a round of applause? Thank you guys. And Isaiah too. All right. Thank you. All right. I got some questions for you guys about this movie. So, one, what do you have to say about Gordon when he was very pompous about which traps to choose, but after his attitude backfired and with Emily's help and advice made it to Bulgy's Bridge on time?
He learned his lesson.
Absolutely, because that's what you get when your big mouth gets you in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Two, are you glad Emily was able to get Gordon out of the mud?
Yes.
Gordon's a big
I thought Gordon wasn't gonna survive if he stayed in there longer.
I think, man, she had to be strong to hold him and all those chains.
I would have broken I would have broken a blood vessel and straight up.
I think she deserves a day off.
Yeah, I would have what would you do if you had to try to pull Gordon out with him? I probably would have just straight up collapsed him.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Heck, you could call for Rocky.
I would call Diesel 10.
Oh, Diesel, even though he's bad, Diesel 10's still useful because calling all engines explains that. All right, back on topic. 3, are you glad Gordon's friends look out for him and love and care for him?
Yeah.
He's lucky.
Totally. If he didn't, then he would be a successful engine.
It's like they say in Monsters Inc. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you.
Exactly.
Yeah. 4, are you glad Bertie made it through the bridge unharmed and got the vacationers to their destination? Mom?
Yes.
Either
5, what do you
You
think?
wanna stay with me?
Yeah. 5, what do you think of this movie and what is your favorite part and what do you like about it?
Alright.
He might.
5, what do you think of this movie and what is your favorite part and what do you like about it?
I'm gonna say my favorite part was got to be at the beginning and the end.
Okay. Isaiah, what did you like? Where you got voiced and all that? Where you voiced Arthur?
Yeah, and towards the ending,
Gordon giggles about taking a bath. Yeah. What do the rest of you guys like?
I think when Gordon got pulled out.
Yeah. Mom, what do you like?
I personally like the fact that there were so many new faces I've never seen.
Yeah. Mom, what do you like?
I loved Honorable Simpson.
Dan, what do you like?
No, that's
Gordon got pulled out.
Yeah.
Despite Emily, she may be.
That's my chain.
Emily might not be as big as Gordon, but hey, she's got a strong personality.
And a strong car.
Emily's got big wheels, and she will do her best. All right, here we go to our final movie, The Splendid Red Superior. So this movie, this movie talks about courage and determination. So what will James do to be a hero? We'll have to find out.
All together!
All aboard the movie train! The engines on the Coolbeans Railway love summertime. They always like to puff by the beach to enjoy the sea air and the sound of the gulls. And they always love to have fun. One morning, James puffed into Knapford Station where Duck and Oliver were there picking up passengers. "Good morning, Duck and Oliver," said James. "Why, hello there, James," said Duck. "Have you heard the exciting news?" said Oliver. "No, I haven't. What is it?" said James. "City of Truro is coming to the railway because his daughter Jada is bringing in the Queen for her 35th birthday. And she's to have a special dinner with Gabriel." James was very excited. "Oh boy, that's amazing. I'll make sure to look my best on the day of the Queen's arrival," he said. Soon James's passengers were all on board. "Come on, James," said his driver. "We have to get going." After all his passengers were on board, James was on his way. Later, James puffed into Wellsworth Station. While he waited for his passengers to get off, he heard a whistle. "Is that who I think it is?" James said excitedly. And as if on cue, City of Truro puffed into the station and let out a proud whistle. "Hey, Mr. Truro," James said. "Welcome back to Sodor."
"Hello, James," said City of Truro. "It's been a long time since I've seen you and all of your friends."
"How are you sailing along on your speed record?"
"I just hit 104 miles per hour today."
"Oh wow, that's amazing. I wish I could go that fast."
"Oh, you'd be surprised. Jada can go even faster than me. She's recently been rebuilt into a GWR King Edward class. She used to be a BRB-12. But we soon realized that GWR King Edward classes are much more powerful than B-12s. "All right, you two, enough chit-chat. Come on, Truro, let's get going," Truro's driver said. "All right, James, I have to get going. My next service is right now. Catch you later."
James was impressed as he puffed out of the station with his passenger train. Meanwhile, Henry was at Vickerstown picking up a mail train of birthday cards for the Queen. He was just leaving Vickerstown when...
Whoa! What in the world?
Oh my! Meanwhile, James was at Tidmouth Station picking up more passengers. He was waiting for them to get on board when... Buffers! Cried James. "What in the name of Sir Topham Hatt was that?" "If I knew, James, I would have told you," said his driver. Surprisingly, the two speedy engines were waiting at a red signal. James was amazed at the high-speed engines. Both were painted the same color as Emily, and one had a shape that looked like Gordon, and one had a shape that looked like Henry, but both had smoke deflectors, and looked very smart. "Hey there, young fellow. I'm Rustin."
"And I'm Nigel. We've come for the big arrival of the Queen's 35th birthday,
and we're bringing special guests into Knapford Station. It's nice to meet you guys. I'm James. Wait, we remember you."
"Oh, right, because we remember meeting him on that UK trip he and his friends took several years ago. And I especially remember Henry, and I know him because I'm his cousin."
Then Rustin and Nigel's signal dropped.
"Well, we have to get going. We'll see you around."
James was very amazed now. He wished he could go as fast as Nigel and Rustin. Later, James went to Bluff's Cove, and there waiting for him was a big surprise. It was the Flying Scotsman. Bust my boiler. "Hello, Flying Scotsman."
"Why, hello there, James,"
said Flying Scotsman. "What are you doing here on the Coolbeans Railway?"
"I'm here for the Queen's 35th birthday arrival."
"That's quite amazing. I'm here at Bluff's Cove to pick up my passengers to take to Knapford Station."
"I'm going to Knapford Station too.
Want to have a race?"
What other reason would I be here for other than just celebrating the Queen's 35th birthday arrival and just hauling passengers around?" said Scotsman.
"Ready,
set, go!"
I hope James wins
It was
this.
the end of the day, and James was now very tired.
He went over to the water tower and had a very long drink. But since he was very tired and didn't feel like going back to Tidmouth Sheds with the others, he had to stay at the Bluebird Railway with Murdoch and Spencer. Good morning, hero.
Oh, good morning, James.
He sounded tired. Morning, Ryan. Morning, Daisy.
Oh, morning, James.
Everyone seems so worn out today. Later, James arrived at Knapford Station where I was there to give him his first job for the day. Spencer was also there looking very tired. Oh, Spencer, you don't look good. Oh, well, tell me about it, Spencer grumbled. I couldn't get any sleep last night because of how overworked I was. My wheels are sore as everything. Hey, Spencer, why don't you go take a nap at the sheds? You don't sound like you're in a good mood. All right, my shed's more cozy anyway, Spencer said. And so Spencer went back to the Bluebird Railway to take a nap so that he could get his extra sleep. Hi there, James. I was originally going to give you your first job of the day, which was going to be you taking bunting and banners over here to Knapford Station to hang up for tomorrow for the Queen's 35th birthday. But since Spencer is tired and going to go take a nap, would you like to take the Duke and Duchess for him? Of course, Gabriel. Anything for a splendid red engine like me. Soon James buffered up to Spencer's coaches and he was on his way with the Duke and Duchess. Later, everyone was at Knapford Station waiting for the Flying Scotsman to bring in the guests who were going to be at the Queen's 35th birthday arrival when I came running into the station.
Guys, we have an emergency. Molly has broken down on an old bridge, and she can't get off.
Cinders and ashes, cried Thomas. We must save her. Can't you send Belle, Flynn, and Rocky over there? Stanley said.
No. Look, guys, the bridge is not safe. I'm not sending any of you on there.
I'll go, James said bravely. I'm light enough to go on that bridge. The engines couldn't believe what James just said.
All I can say is good luck, James, and please be careful. I don't know what I'm going to do if you and Molly go down with that bridge. Gordon, get the cables.
With pleasure, Gordon said. Soon the tow cables were given to James and he was on his way. Everybody hoped that James would get to the bridge in time. James was speeding through the countryside as fast as his wheels could carry him. His boiler bubbled and his coal burned bright. Hang in there, Molly. I'm coming your way, James shouted. James finally arrived at the old bridge and he could see Molly stranded. Molly, are you all right? James's driver shouted.
I think so.
Molly replied nervously. I can do this, James said to himself.
Come on, James.
So, wheel turn by wheel turn, James puffed slowly onto the bridge. The track shifted under his weight.
Come on, James. You can do it.
Fingers crossed, y'all.
Finally, James stopped in the right place, and he was quickly chained up to Molly. James was very scared. Slowly and steadily, he began to pull Molly back from the bridge. The bridge made a creaking noise. James knew he had to hurry. And puff by puff, James finally got Molly off the bridge. And just in time. At the station, everyone was wondering what could possibly happen to James. James should have been back by now. Don't worry, little Thomas, said Spencer. I'm sure he's... But who engine should come around the corner? None other than James. James, you're all right, said Gordon. Whatever happened? Said Volko. Well, just after I reversed off the bridge, it fell to smithereens. Nearly took me with it. I didn't know if I could make it, but with the power of my bravery, I was able to do it. You might be vain, said Toby, but you got a big heart. And a brave personality, said Percy.
3 cheers for James!
The next day, Jada puffed into the station with the Queen on board.
Jada.
And the engines cheered. That night, me and the Queen had a special dinner.
Dude, so we really go. I remember
Awesome, that's awesome.
It's best
Marshall, look at
I've ever had.
Oh, dear Majesty.
Awesome.
There's nothing more I could agree to.
That is awesome
That way
editing.
wouldn't have been a place if we didn't have you.
Okay, I got some questions for you guys about this movie. One, what do you have to say about everyone when we were getting prepared for the Queen's 35th birthday arrival, but when our excitement stopped because Molly broke down on a bridge, but with the help of our red number 5 hero, James the Wrench, and having the power of steam, rescued Molly off of the bridge by using his brave heart and willingness.
I like that it showed that no matter what the circumstances, the engines put their friends first.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like it.
Same here.
I second that.
Yep. And
Good answer.
2, are you glad Molly is safe and sound now?
Yes.
I'm glad. My favorite.
Yeah. 3, what do you think of the brand new characters Rustin, Nigel, and Jada?
Loved. Good job.
Yeah. What do you think of the new characters?
Good creation.
Good.
Which one of the 3 is your favorite, if you had to choose?
I like Jada.
What,
like
was,
her
what was the
glasses.
one with the creepy Joker smile?
Rustin.
That's
Rustin. I'm picking
Like
Rustin
Jada
too.
and her cars. And just,
I'm picking Rustin
Did you
too.
make those up?
Yeah. All right.
Very cool.
I'm picking Rustin.
4, are you glad we all worked hard and had a fun special day for the Queen and that me and her had a good dinner together?
I think
Yeah,
that's
that was cool.
That was quite a little funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 5, what do you think of this movie and what is your favorite part? And what do you like about it? Please explain while I get the Smart View simulator ready.
My favorite part was one when James saved Molly, and when you had dinner with the Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Those are my 2 favorite scenes.
Mine has got to be saving Molly and dinner with Queen.
I figured
Yeah.
y'all would say that. Spencer had a grouchy attitude when he
Oh
was
my
tired.
gosh, his face, that was hilarious.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was tired though. He was.
tired. I look that way when
He
I'm
gets
tired.
grouchy when he's tired.
He's always grouchy.
Yeah. He's like Ebenezer Scrooge. All right, y'all. Time for the train of the summer now.
What?
Time for the train of the summer.
Train of the summer.
Okay. you
Train
guys.
of the summer!
So, for participation, hard work, showing lots of kindness and respect to all my engines on my railway, helping each other out, helping one another whenever an engine has broken down or is not feeling well, and paying lots of kindness and respect. For our train of the summer for the steamers, we have Duck the Great Western Engine,
Yay!
Like that, my man.
and we got Oliver.
My number 2
Yay.
man.
Number 2 man.
And for now we have the Diesels.
My number
10.
And then for the Diesels we have Fiery Flynn.
Oh, he's cool. He's the
Oh,
fire
that's
engine,
kinda
right?
nice, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the fire engine, right?
Fire engines or diesels. All right. Next we got Paxton.
I like Paxton.
Oh.
Yep. All right. Let's give these engines a round of applause real quick.
Yay!
Yep. All right. Come up, Isaiah and Marshall. All right. Thank you guys for watching this Family Memory Live. And as usual, as you guys have enjoyed, like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell. Share this friends with your family, and make sure you have that bell on so you guys don't miss out when a new video is active.
Ding ding!
Yep.
And let us know down in the comments which movie was your favorite.
Let me know in my community post which one is your favorite, which one you liked better. So we'll see you guys in another video.
Bye.
Don't forget.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Right.
And
All
let
right.
us know down in the comments which movie is your favorite.
Yep. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.